So just a few days ago, I posted on my Facebook and Twitter if I should make a video titled My YouTube Story, where I talk about how I got started on YouTube and basically my inspirations, who inspired me to actually start making YouTube videos. First and foremost, I started on YouTube in October of 2008. That is actually when I created my first YouTube account, which was known as Repzion, R-E-P-Z-I-O-N. The reason I created this account was for the main reason of wanting to comment on several videos, mainly by the user known as Corey Vidal. Corey Vidal happens to be one of my favorite YouTubers, as he is a fellow Star Wars fanatic like myself, but Corey Vidal actually inspired me to pursue my ability in music. For those of you who don't know, I've played the piano for 14 years, and back in 2008, I was actually thinking about quitting piano permanently, mainly because I don't know, it took time and quality time out of my day to practice the piano, plus no one really, I just played around the house and no one really ever watched me play, so I just thought it was kind of a pointless instrument when you have no audience watching you or no one watching you play the piano. But when I watched his video, which is of him singing 4 different voices, he's singing a cappella, and he's singing Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Superman, all at the same time and in different video segments. This is what really inspired me to say, you know what, I want to continue on with my lack of interest in music. So instead of quitting playing the piano, I continued on, and I still play the piano to this very day. My second inspiration on YouTube is known as the most famous, the amazing atheist. Now it's interesting. I have an interesting story because on my original account known as Repzion, which no longer exists because I deleted it because I don't remember why I deleted it. I know I deleted it because I got in a fight with, I believe, my ex-girlfriend, and she told me something about she doesn't want me to have a YouTube account, and I deleted it, even though I had about 400 subscribers on that original account back in 2008. But even that's besides the point. My very first video ever made on YouTube, which I wish I still had, my very first video was a video response to The Amazing Atheist. And it was titled The Cosmological Argument. And now, I don't know how many people are Amazing Atheist fans, but I remember the video which I made the response to. TJ was in a library, or some bookstore, and he pulled a book off the shelf, and it was something about creationism. I don't remember exactly what, but he pulled this book off, and he started making fun of this book on creationism and religion. And I, being, in 2008, I'm 20 now. I can't do that math. I know that's simple math. I just can't think right now. Anyway, I was still somewhat young, and I was a very, 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 very right-winged Christian fundamentalist conservative when I first came on YouTube. That was me. So when I saw TJ make this video, I was like, oh, how dare he makes fun of religion? How dare he mocks Christianity? How dare he? And so I made this video, which at the time I thought I was high and mighty. I thought I was the brightest Christian on the planet, literally, and I presented the cosmological argument, 3 premises, everything that has a cause, blah, 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 blah. And that was my first video. Little did I know is that video, which I made the response to his video, my first video on YouTube got 3,500 views within 2 days. And back in 2008, I think that was quite an accomplishment for someone posting their first YouTube video. Anyways, I was heavily criticized, obviously, because it was the cosmological argument, which has been refuted a gazillion times, and I think anyone who really uses the cosmological argument to try to establish the existence of God is pretty darn pathetic. But that's besides the point. The point is, The Amazing Atheist inspired me, to an extent, to make my first YouTube video. Now, since then, it's now 2011, almost 2012, I've changed dramatically. As I said, I was a right-winged Christian fundamentalist. I was very conservative, and now I'm a complete moderate. I don't lean on either side. I'm a lot more open to discussion and talking with people and hearing different viewpoints and talking about religion. I'm not offended if someone makes fun of Christianity. In fact, I laugh with people who make fun of religion, including my own religion. You know, I don't take offense to it like I once did. I've changed a lot since my first several videos on YouTube. So those are my two inspirations for what got me on YouTube. Corey Vidal inspired me to create an account because I wanted to comment on videos, and The Amazing Atheist inspired me to make my first YouTube video, and once I started that, it just kind of went on from there. Now, a very common question I get from people is people ask me, how do you sit in front of a camera and just talk? And quite frankly, I really don't have an answer for anyone who asks me that. All I know is I've taken public speaking classes, and I wouldn't say that I'm a very good public speaker. I have a speech impediment and numerous other problems with my brain and how I talk and stuff, which is fine. If you want to make fun of me, that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to get offended or hurt. But I don't really consider myself someone who can just turn on a camera and talk, even though that's what I do. I have to edit a lot of my videos, and I have little brief, short, quick edits because a lot of the times I mispronounce things. I can't say simple words, like I struggle saying the word fault or civil. That was a word I always struggled with, was civil. I could never say that correctly, and I remember editing videos when I would say that time and time again. I just can't say it because of my speech impediment. But my advice to anyone watching this video is, if you want to make YouTube videos, if you really want to upload a YouTube video, be yourself. Be yourself. Don't try to make videos based upon whether people are going to like them or not. Make videos and be yourself as you make them, because that is what people want to see. They want to see you for who you are, not some fake persona of who you're trying to be or copy on YouTube. So yeah, my fellow reptiles, that's just basically my somewhat short, brief YouTube story. I don't have a whole lot of history, but those are my two inspirations. Corey Vidal, The Amazing Atheist. Those people got me on YouTube and helped me post my first video, even though I was made to look like a complete and utter idiot when I posted my first video to Amazing Atheist. I don't think he even ever saw that video. But nonetheless, he did inspire me to make my first video. So yeah, with that said, I am Mr. Repzion, also known as Daniel Sulzbach. If you don't follow me on Twitter or Facebook, you should if you want to interact with me. I'm not going to tell you to go follow me, but if you want to interact with me on a more personal level, or even have a say in what video I make next or talk about next, you should go there, because I do in fact make videos based upon what my viewers and subscribers want me to talk or make about. Not always, but if the story's interesting enough and I get good feedback, I'll make it just like I made this one. So with that said, I'm Mr. Repzion, also known as Daniel Sulzbach. Peace the rep out.